Okay guys, I just got the bumper in. Came in that box and then this box. It's OER through Jigs. It was the cheapest one they had. They had a few from different manufacturers, I guess, but this one was the cheapest at 160 bucks, not including tax. Free shipping if you order over $200 worth of stuff, which I did, but the other stuff hasn't come in yet, like the chrome bumper bolts that go, you know, here. You need those special bolts. The bumper brackets I got from another manufacturer because they were cheaper. But and then this is the main bracket. See, that comes with, it's supposed to have 5 brackets, one here, one here, one here. So you need the 4, which I ordered from, like I said, another place. These 2 are riveted in there. I'm not sure if the factory one is riveted in there like that, because we don't have the factory bumper from it. It's gone. But the chrome and everything looks good. You know, it's pretty much a brand new bumper. I don't know if it's brand new or rebuilt, re-chromed, but it looks good. We don't know how long it's going to last, but what we do know is the very few re-chroming places in the United States is an absolute fortune to have anything re-chromed nowadays. There's some bang marks there, so yeah, so this is the way to go. 160 bucks. A chroming place wouldn't even look at it for that. They just, you know, I'm sure it'd be well over $1,000 to have one re-chromed. And I don't even have the old one. Looked all over this box. No, that I can see so far. No country of manufacturer. I think what they're doing now is doing that and trying to beat the tariffs. Yeah, it's just there's nothing on it. It says where it's made. Probably originally made in China, and then they'll just ship it through the country with the lowest tariffs on them, so they don't get stuck with 30%. This bumper was 160 before the May 3rd tariffs for the May 3rd 25% auto parts tariffs, because I looked it up when I bought all the body panels for this, but I didn't buy it because I didn't want to spend all that money at once. So now we're kind of on the second phase. Also, what I ordered it through Jigs there just the other day, so it'll be a while. The weather stripping kit for this. I looked and looked and looked, because you can buy it. You know, you can buy the door stuff and the door trunk and roof rail kit. Is the roof rail, then the door goes here. But then you got these belt moldings here too. So you got outer and inner, because, you know, when we did these windows, we took them off. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 times 2. There's 8 of them. So I ordered, it was cheaper to get the whole kit. They called it the whole weather stripping kit, which includes all these belt moldings and the other stuff I needed too, like this rubber here, and then trunk, a whole bunch of little stuff like the ones I lost here for the door handles and locks. Anyway, $463 with tax and everything. So yeah, so this is the second round of parts I'm buying. Just, yeah, you still got the front bumper and front grille and all the interior and stuff to go. So anyway, I wanted to get this bumper here, and don't have the bolts. I ordered bolts I didn't realize it. As I mentioned in another video, the bolts are a month delay. I don't know why, but I just went ahead, it's only like 20 bucks. I ordered them through another place. I'm not sure when they're going to be here, maybe a day or two. But once they get here, we can bolt them brackets in and see where they see where it lines up to, and we'll get to lining that up. I just wanted to start this video and show you the deal. That's what I got. Yeah, so these were the same price before the tariffs, so I expect these bumpers to go up at any moment. Whenever they're out of supply and they get a reorder, or get low on supply and get a reorder, prices are going to go up. Who knows? 20, 30, 40, 50%. Okay, so I'll be back when I get them bolts and stuff, and we'll try to line this up and do what we can to make it fit. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got the weather stripping and belt molding kit in. We'll just go through that. 460 bucks. I think these are the door. Hopefully the two doors. Okay, are these the roof? I thought it said oh, okay, there's a Made in India. Made in India. Probably made in China, routed through India. Hood to cowl seal. I don't have a... Okay, and the old soft seal. Thought somebody said this is made in USA, but anyway, that is the weather stripping. Does it say on here? I don't know. It may be USA. Splash flap. I think these go on the inside the fender wells. Now, they had a kit for regular Camaro. Well, I think they had three, actually. Regular, convertible, and then RS. But the ones for the regular did not have the belt moldings in the picture. So I ordered the RS. And when I ordered that tail panel, you could order it for regular or RS. So I'm not sure, you know, I thought, well, maybe the tail lights are different. It's either the tail lights or the back reverse lights or something. But anyway, we may have a problem with the gasket set for the tail lights. And then here's the little things for the mirrors, locks, and door handles that I lost. Soft seal as well. Soft seal. Just as extra paint gasket. Those might be for the reverse lights or something. I don't know. Or them ones are. I think they're supposed to be round. Okay. There's a little bumper kit, hood, doors, hood, trunk, glove box, little stopper things. Some more. Oh, there's the taillight ones. Made in India. Okay, so these are the, they wanted $50 separate for just these. Maybe not, I ordered it through Jegs. Maybe not through Jegs, but anyway, I thought these were going to come with the vent window chrome, but they didn't. So that's why I kind of ordered the whole kit, because it come with this and some other stuff. Okay, so see, the picture had the belt moldings in them, but the auction description did not say belt moldings. So I was a little bit, okay, so this is a repop made in the USA. Yeah, this video will come out after the van video. So in the van video, I just ordered the glove box and got that made in the USA repop glove box liner. So yeah, these are the for the doors, 2 front doors, and then the back, you know, around them quarter glass windows. So there's 8 of them. So we got all that too. So I guess, yeah, it was about the cheapest I could find. Like I said, $460, and a lot of the kits were $5.99. So one was like $7.02. So $460 seemed like a good price, but overall, really, I mean, it's crazy. $460 for this. We're probably a few years ago, probably before COVID, it was, you know, $150. I was talking to, when I bought those 3 Camaros from the junkyard, we were talking, he has 2 Camaros, 67, 68. He's had them for, oh, the one he's had since he was 19, he said. And he's probably, who knows, I don't know how old he is. Probably had it 30, 40 years. And, but he's giving them to his daughters at some point. He's going to restore them both back up. So we're talking about prices because he, you know, he's selling me them 3 Camaros. Oh yeah, these 2 are buildable and I've got all the parts. And I said, yeah. I said, but whatever parts I gotta buy, you know, like weather stripping and, you know, carpet, door panels. I said, everything has gone through the roof. So we started talking about prices. He's like, well, 10 or 15 years ago, I bought a whole interior, all the door panels, seats, the headliner, carpet, for like $500 for my 67. And I said, yeah, they're probably tripled in price by now. So, yeah, these prices have just been going up and up and up and up. And of course, you know, tariffs are not helping. I'll show you these wheel wells here. Thought this was a pretty good deal for $99.99 for 4 of them, so I ordered that when I'm not exactly sure where these ones are made. I don't know if I looked or not. Made in Taiwan. Okay, very, very thin. I took one out for they're all marked, see? Yeah, right rear. So I took this one out and put it on there, and it had a bend right in here. But I actually just used my thumb, 2 hands and a thumb, and I bent it back out, put it on there, and it looked pretty good. So they will bend into shape. Didn't take out the rest of these, so I don't know if any more are bent. But the body lines lined up perfect, especially with that aftermarket quarter panel. So it's got a body line right there, and I think it's got one here or something. Anyway, it lined up really good, fit really good, so I'm going to put them in my storage shed. Okay, so we got that. For the bumper, just got these bolts in. I ordered the bolts through Jigs, but they said it was going to be about a month. And then I look on the eBay thing, and they're going to be here tomorrow, because I ordered these from another place. So anyway, we'll have an extra set. This is actually supposed to be a set for the front and the back, because it only takes 4 per bumper. But what I didn't get, what didn't come with it, which I didn't expect, is the bolts. These are just 2 brackets. I already started putting we'll go over it. I started putting the bumper together. You know, the bolts that go through this. But I ordered that whole body bolt kit through them that I got, so I've been using some of them bolts. So let's go over it. It's kind of dark, so I put it on there the other day. You know, here's where the bolts Or see, I don't have these bolted right up. I just used a nut and a bolt right here, or nut and a clip, just to hold that bumper bracket in there. So anyway, first off, if you remember last video on this, I thought these two bottom holes were wrong, so I drilled two right above it. Well, those two bottom ones were right. So I'll have to get my let me get the light here. Yeah, for this bracket here, I was lining that up, and anyway, I had to flip it around or something. So I got them, those are the holes, and somebody commented that this extra hole is for the license plate light wire to go through. But see, I re-drilled 3 holes above it that actually goes on the bottom. So we'll weld them up. So I was trying to see where it lines up. You see the holes there, one went through there, and the other one's off a little bit. And then here's the side ones, which I don't have them brackets on there because they're only held on with them bolts I just showed you that we need. So I'm going to take it back off. Now, this side's pretty close to the body. This one's got a bigger gap, so it needs to shoot over a little bit. So we got to wallow out these holes here a little bit farther over here and move this whole thing over. Make the gap here even. Okay, and actually what that will do, or will it? No, that will. Now that will move them farther out this way. Anyway, all we know is the the center. We got to bolt the center on to get these gaps, and then we got to bolt on the rest of these brackets to figure out, line up where the holes are. So let me unbolt. I only got it bolted on with these 2 bolts here. We'll unbolt that. Since we got the right bolts, we'll put on all the brackets, and then we gotta wallow out the holes and move it over a little bit till it's the same length, and then we can worry about where those line up, and we'll have to do some work to make it fit. So anyway, let me do all that and I'll be back. Okay guys, got those brackets bolted on. Yeah, it took 6 of these special bolts. These ones lined up good. These ones here, I had to bang down the top there because it was sticking out too far. So anyway, they're actually lined up great now. I just tested it on there. So this side, passenger side, lines up good. I had to wallow out all these holes because it has, like I said, it had to move over here just, you know, 1/4 inch, something like that. So I tested it on there to make sure the gaps were good and put these bolts in. It lines up good. So yeah, it goes in the bottom holes. So I wallowed them out, and I wallowed these out because these ones needed to come over here about 1/4 inch. So that should line up. I haven't tested it yet. So what was screwing me up last time with this plate, you know, it has an extra hole for this one here. These were the original holes. So when you tried to line these up to them 3, like that, they lined up, but the bracket would let's see if I can show you. If I lined it up, hang on. Let me grab this flashlight. So if I lined it up with them three, see how that bracket is? That's not right. That's why I re-drilled them holes up here, because I thought, well, that bracket's got to be straight. It's got to be flat against there, right? So that's how I thought it would go. But it doesn't. The bumper mounts to them holes. So that bracket can't go on there like that. That's not right. So the only other way it would fit was to flip it over, and then those, see, now it's flat against this body, right? But then that third hole is over here instead of here. And somebody said that's for the license plate light, which I got to figure out where the license plate light goes. I don't even know what it looks like, where it mounts to. So anyway, we'll have to drill a hole over here for the license plate light wire, and then we'll weld these three up. Okay, so then this one I walled it out, but according to the bracket, they're over here. Like I said, this back frame on the last video, this back frame rail could be over this way a little bit, from whenever they hit it right here, pushing it out of the way or doing something, they tweaked it. So I could either cut this apart and move it over, because the holes are going to line up over here. Let's see if I can get the camera on there, over here. So, and the only other way would be to be this side here, is to move these where it bolts on, move that over about a 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch, whatever it needs to go. So I would have to cut this out here, move it over, and then weld it in. And I think there's enough room before this bend for them bolts to get through there. You got about that much room. So we can move that over and weld it. And I think that's what I'm going to do with that bracket, so it'll fit. Okay, I'm gonna put it back on there, make sure these line up here, put the bolts in there as well, and then we'll measure and see where we need to go with that bracket. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, there's the bumper on it. You see the gap there, and there's right about the same. So got these those bolts in there, and then the two middle ones, and then the two ends, and then this is not lining up. Like I said, we gotta move that over to here. Either alter this bracket or alter that bracket. I'd have to cut that, bend it over. I mean, I could. I don't know. Let me think about it. May do it that way. But anyway, yeah, the rest of it lines up pretty good. Sorry about the darkness, but it was like 99 degrees today. I gotta be working at night or early morning. So anyway, let me take that off and just line up that. Like I said, we got that lined up, that lined up, that lined up, that lined up. We're just right in here, and then we'll be good. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I moved that bracket over and welded it. So I'm gonna spray a little black spray paint on there and then mount it on there, and we'll try to line it up, see what happens. So I'll be back. Okay guys, got it mounted on there. It's all lined up pretty damn good. Got all the bolts in there. There, in here. Now what I got to do is take that plate, bumper off, and put that plate in there and weld it with them top holes. Drill one more hole for the license plate light. Yeah, I figured out where the license plate goes. Probably got 10 comments saying, oh, it's right there. These little holes right there, that's probably where it goes, right there. Right, so, but we're gonna have the license plate hole over here instead of here. Maybe that's for 68 and 67 added on the other side, I don't know. But anyway, these bolts are all in there. So yeah, I just had to modify that bumper bracket on this side. So yeah, let me take it off for the 10th time and weld on that bracket, this bracket here, clean up the welds, and I'll probably just put a couple of coats of black paint over this whole back area, and then maybe just mount the bumper back on there just for to keep it out of the way and keep it on there, because it's going to be a long time before this is finished, completely finished. But anyway, I'll be back. Okay guys, I welded up them holes I drilled earlier where I thought it went, but anyway, I bolted the plate, 2 bolts there, and then welded it up. So it's in there solid now. Plus the bolts from the bumper will give it extra strength, and just welded up them little deals there. So I don't know, I don't think I really have to putty them up. I'll put a little Bondo on there and sand all this and paint this whole back panel. So I'll be back when I get that done. Okay guys, I got her sanded down. Fixing to put a couple of coats of black paint on it. I went ahead and sanded the tops of the quarters a little bit. Okay, I'll put a couple coats of paint on it, and then probably tomorrow remount the bumper and just leave it on there until we're ready to paint the car, and then I'll take it back off. I'll be back. Okay guys, I don't know if I showed it, but I got a couple coats of black on there. Been screwing around with these vertical quarter glass window deals there. So this is the chrome, and yeah, getting this on, sliding it on there was a real bitch. I mean, I started with the driver's side and I got it all the way up to here. I needed about 2 inches to go, and I couldn't get that thing on there. I used, they say to use soap, but I used WD-40. Anyway, I had some vice grips on it and kind of screwed up the top of it. You probably can't see very good. I was trying to hold that and get it up. But anyway, this little rubber gasket that goes in this side against the glass, well, there's no way that's going in there. This, I may have bent it, you know, but it doesn't, you can't get that rubber and this in at once. I tried every which way. So what I got to do is put some urethane or silicone in there and basically glue it on there like that, both sides. So yeah, this stuff is it's just not the right curve or something. Anyway, I'm going to do that tomorrow, and we'll put the trunk rubber on there. That way it'll keep some of the water out of there if it rains again. It's not supposed to rain for the next week or so. But yeah, tomorrow we'll put the bumper on, that trunk weather strip, the quarter seals, and then we'll go from there. So I'll be back tomorrow. Okay guys, next morning. So I just put some silicone in there, put some tape on to hold it, and if that don't work, we'll put some urethane in there later. I just didn't want to open a new can of urethane just to use a little bit and then waste the rest of the tube, because it'll harden up eventually. Whenever I do the windshield, then we can redo these if they come loose or something. Okay, so I was thinking of doing the weather stripping. This is the roof rail weather stripping here. And we'll just I'm going to pull all that out of there, but it basically goes in those two grooves there all the way. We're going to roll this down all the way down to here. This side doesn't look too bad. The metal is the metal of the body, but the other side I just noticed got some rust bubbles in it, so, or rust. Right here. So we're gonna have to take off this chrome and fix all this rust, put some primer black paint after I fix this, and then put this chrome back on there, and then the weather stripping. I think that's all. My glasses are kind of foggy. I'll have to look at it a little bit better. But yeah, we want to replace all that seal, so that way it'll be all sealed up and no water will get in there. Well, except for what's probably leaking on the windshield, but we're going to get to the windshield after the floors. We're going to take the windshield out and replace this cowl piece. You see it all rotten. So yeah, so let me mess around with these roof rails, and then got the trunk weather stripping here, and we'll put it around here and see how this. Someone commented, will the deck lid stick up? Well, it might, but right now it's pretty damn close to being flat. Is it? Hang on. See, she's pretty flush there. So we'll see if it makes it stick up. If it does, we can bend these down a little bit if it's too far up, but I think it'll be all right. Yeah, if anything, it'll be messed up in here, or there. Need to be tweaked up or down. So anyway, let me get that on there. Trying to coordinate with the sun here. It's already coming over. We're gonna try to take off this weather stripping here before the blazing sun beats on my head, and then we'll come over here and do this trunk, and then here's the back piece there. Let's put a little bit sanded and put a little bit more paint all around these edges here. And then we'll go ahead and put the bumper on. I'll put a little bit more paint in here around that bracket and the back side of these taillights. So yeah, we'll put that on there and put all the bolts in there. So that's the plan. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I scraped all that old brittle stuff out with the screwdriver, and we'll just take out these Phillips screws. Probably just gonna take it out to here. I think it'll come apart right there. We can just take this off and repair that. This chrome here is a little tricky to take off. You gotta kind of give it a twist, and kind of hard to explain how to do it. But yeah, we'll probably do that now. Just take off all this chrome here. It looks in pretty good shape, but yeah, it's gonna have to come off because we got to scrape all this old seam sealer stuff off. And anyway, let me take this off and I'll show you. We'll have to grind and repair this here at least. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, these screws here came out, but this one and this one didn't, and just rounded. So I had to take a little chisel behind there, and you can see the screw. I can just drill another hole above it, put a screw. But this is the only bad spot really, so I'm just gonna stick like a screwdriver or something in there to pull it apart and grind out this area. Put some 415 or something there, because I think the rest of it's good. I'll have to look at it real close. So this trim, you got to be very, very careful. Use a putty knife or a screwdriver and get underneath this lip like that, and just give it a little tap, and it'll come off like that. Just keep going, you know, an inch at a time. See, sometimes once you get it started, you can grab it and twist it, and twist this off, but then you take a chance of bending it. So you just keep going by, tap, 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 and then the top will come off like that, because it's wrapped under there too. So yeah, that's one piece, and the pillar piece is right. Yeah, it's right there, and it's got a little curved piece. Okay guys, getting a little hot working on that weather stripping there, but I'll get it tonight. Okay, so doing the trunk weather stripping. Pretty sure this is the way it goes in. It's funny, they got these instructions, so I was wondering which way it went in, and then they got this little picture here. Take note of the shape of the cutaway edge of the weather stripping. Be sure to lay it in according to the drawing. Yeah, well, you can't even see the drawing, so useless, but I'm pretty sure it's that way. So yeah, it's got two lips on it, so we are going this way. We're putting a sharp lip underneath this right there, and then we're pushing that with a putty knife like this. I don't think there's any need for weather stripping adhesive. I've got some, but I think it's going to be pretty tight in there. But if you need some, I always buy this. I bought a bunch of tubes of that. We got yellow and black, I believe. Well, maybe just yellow. Anyway, just put just a little tab, little bit on there. But anyway, we're going to start here in the middle and go all the way around, and then cut off the excess. I'm pretty sure it goes that way. If not, yeah, I don't think it's going to go the other way. I think that's it right there. So let me put that on there, and we'll see how good the trunk lid closes. So I'll be back. Okay guys, I got the bumper on there. I just stuck them shitty taillights in there. See, it's broke here, and there was a fire inside the car at some point. Melted these, and the chrome on all this, all of it on this car is really bad shape. I don't know what happened to it. You know, like all this. You know, this stuff here is okay. It's just this other stuff that's made out of different material, or something else too. But anyway, yeah. So I need taillights. I bought a pair of these, although one's still together, but they only sent one. This one's still kind of on there. But yeah, they're sending me another one. I said, yeah, I need a pair. I paid for a pair. And this one right here, see, it's missing. So I'm gonna do them 2 bolts and put them that there. Okay, got the trunk weather stripping in there. She is tight. You got to really slam it. Yeah. Make sure I got it. Oh shit. Well, it latched there a minute ago. Anyway, we have to close it and leave it closed for a while. See what happens. If not, we'll have to bang down the edges here a little bit. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm out here at night. Yeah, it was pretty tight. It's sticking up a little bit. Not too bad, but we'll leave it like that. I think what I'm going to have to do is clean out the trunk and lay in there and close it down and see where it's really tight. I'm thinking it might be this back piece instead of the sides, because see, I can move that. I can move the sides. So I'm thinking it might be along here that it's too tight. But anyway, we'll deal with that later. We'll leave it shut for a few days and see what happens. Okay, I got this off, but I can get it back on, but I might see what they cost new. It's a little bit warped, but like I said, I think I can get it on. They tuck underneath and over top, so they're a bitch to get out. So anyway, got all the old weather stripping out of there. I'm not going to take it all off. Like I said, the only rust spots are right here, and I've been digging that out with a screwdriver and ground it down and tapping, getting all the loose stuff. And I got some of that phosphoric acid left over. I think I'm going to brush some of that in there, and then maybe some 415. And then after that dries, put a little Dynaglass over it. You know, I just left this loose. I can't get that top bolt out of the top screw out of there. Okay, my SD card's acting up. So yeah, let me do that, and maybe put some right around this edge up here too, or sand it, and we'll put some 415 with a brush up there and get all this fixed, and then put the weather stripping in there. I'll put these screws back in and do that. Yeah, this is the other chrome I was thinking was all deteriorated. All these knobs here, windshield wiper and the headlight, they're all like this. So yeah. Okay, well, let me get some of that done and I'll be back. Okay guys, took an old screwdriver and a hammer and I banged all that, scraped all that old caulking and stuff out like that. Ground down these little rust holes here. The other side's worse. The other side I think we got to do a patch. But I got some of that phosphoric acid that I put in here. I think I'll put a little dab in there. And then I'm going to take some sandpaper. I've been sanding the old sandpaper here. I was sanding all in here. And we're going to get some 415, put it on here after the acid, and then all in this groove here. And like I said, underneath here. And then some in there. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got a little bit of phosphoric acid there, then a coat of 415 all in the edges there and underneath. So we gotta let it dry overnight. So tomorrow I'll put a little Duraglass in there, put that on, and then we can put the weather stripping on there, and then we got to do the other side. Except for all this, it doesn't have no rust or nothing here, but we still got to take off that chrome and all that. So, and scrape all the old caulking seam sealer. Yeah, see, I usually don't do this to cars, but you know, we're going a little overboard on this one. So these are the little extras that I'm doing on this one. Okay, well, I'll probably wrap it up tonight. Okay, we'll see you in the morning. Okay, guys, next morning, just put a little Dynaglass on those areas there. After I, 415'd it and it's dried. I meant to put a little bit there. Damn. I'll probably have to mix up a little bit more anyway. Okay, so I'm going to mask off this area so I don't get too much slop on it, and put some seam sealer all in here, all the way down here up to here. This is a little bit different. I don't think that's seam sealer. I think that's lead or something in there, but we'll figure it out. But anyway, from here down there, put some seam sealer in there and try to keep it neat. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, I got a product to show you. They come in this box, and in this box, it's a jump starter and battery tester. So we'll give it a shot here. Unpack it, and we gotta. Your booklet for it. Compact. Carrying case, jumper cables, charging cable. Yeah, you use these as power pack too, so you can put in your phone and charge it up. Let's plug this in. Hang on for a second. Okay, let's see if she's charged up. There's 3. Let's give it a shot. Working on the Nomad here. I had a bad spark plug wire on my tow pig, so I robbed one off of the Nomad, and then I bought 2 sets. So I only put the red set, new set on this side here. But I already checked the wires on this before and they were good, so I still got a miss. Let's see what happens here. Okay, let's try that. Okay.
abnormal time detected. Please calibrate the time manually.
I started it. Yeah, it's still got a miss in it. Anyway. It works. So check out the below the video description. This is their newest model, JT400. So check them out. Everybody should have one of these in their car. Okay guys, I'm just using this cheap seam sealer. It seems to work good though. I know you can buy the brushable stuff, and you know all that stuff's way more expensive. So yeah, it's anyway. Put a little Dynaglass there, and put it in there. And a little bit more Dynaglass. I sanded this down, put one more coat. I think I'm just sand that down, put a little black paint, and then screw this back in there. But yeah, I was gonna sand this down. Said that's not seam sealer, it's just metal or something there. Anyway, I'm gonna try to finish this off. Like I said, sand this, paint it black, screw that back on there, and put in the roof rail. And I think we got to adjust this rear window a little bit, so I think the door's hitting that chrome. But it's just that regulator, that little screw there. So we need to adjust that. Check all that out and line that up. And she should be free from getting water in there. Well, at least, you know, it'll get it in here, but at least it won't be raining inside the car. After we put them new floors in there, last thing we want is for it to collect water and start rusting again. Anyway, I'll be back at it here in a little bit. Okay guys, I put a little primer and paint on that area I fixed. Had to drill another hole there, so I got that all screwed down. So now we're just going to put the weather stripping in there and adjust this window. Put a little paint over here too on this spot. We'll keep an eye on that, see if it does anything before it's painted, and make sure I don't have to do nothing else to repair it. Okay, well, let me do that and I'll be back. Okay guys, got it in. And I adjusted this a little bit so it lines up perfect now. Lines up right perfect. So that should be good there. Now I just got to do the other side. Okay. Well, it's getting too sunny out right now, so I'm going to come back tonight and get the other side done and go from there. Okay guys, the other bumper stop, whatever it's called there, came. So I put the new one in. That's the old one. So yeah, I got two new ones in. So okay guys, next morning. Okay, so what I did last night, same thing as the other side. I just took off that chrome and you know, didn't have to repair no rust here, but cleaned up all the chrome and then put in the roof weather stripping here, and then I taped it off and sanded all in behind here, and then chiseled out all that old caulking and stuff here, and brushed some Port 15 in here and in here, and just taped up that chrome area there so it wouldn't get on it. It'll be a little bit of a ordeal taking this thing off, but basically just untaping it. This area here, I just put some tape on it. It's kind of weak, was in here, and I started banging on it, and then but we're gonna have to cut out a little section here, put in some metal, but we'll do that later. We got a bunch of little patches to do. That patch, this patch on the jam, some other stuff, but anyway, we're gonna take all that stuff off. So that should be pretty good under there. I wanted to start on the floors, but it's just like fixing all this little stuff. And got the new bumper on, got the new bumper in, wanted to check that, make sure that fit. So that took longer than expected. And then fixing the rust on the other side, and got the weather strip kit in, wanted to put some of that on there, protect it from water getting in there. Although there's no water and rain in the forecast for foreseeable future, so it may be over. It was a long rainy season there. So anyway, had to get the all the rubber on there, so whenever it rains next time, it'll be protected. Okay, so I think we'll leave the video at that. We have, well, that little patch there, but we need to strip the roof down. I think this half of the roof is pretty good, dent wise, but the other half was pretty bad. But when I was doing that, all the new metal underneath here, I started banging all the high spots down, and it actually come out a lot straighter, so it shouldn't be too much work getting that back half straight. But we need to strip, you know, from here, strip the whole roof and prime it. Well, fix the dents, then prime it and get it kind of, you know, ready to paint like the rest of the back end. We got that to do. We got, of course, the floors. We'll probably do the floors because I've been wanting to do them for a while. So yeah, that'll be one video, and then the roof, and then we got that cowl dash piece, and yeah, look at that. And get to order a new windshield, so we want to get the windshield in ready to go after we fix this. We can put the windshield on and seal that. Yeah, then we can start on the front end of it. Okay, so we'll leave it at that, and we'll be back. I'm fixing to bring the 81 gold Z28 up here, and we're going to again, it doesn't look like it, but I got some stuff cleared out here. I'm gonna put everything from the gold Z28 into the shop here and go through it, and probably the seats and some stuff, we may put it in my tiny house slash shed. But yeah, I'm gonna pull it up here with my Jeep and stick it right in here, and we're gonna start putting that thing together, see what we can do with it. See if I sell it as a roller or what, but it needs to be checked out and see what parts we need and all that. So anyway, I guess that'll be it. That's what's coming up. And subscribe if you haven't. Like, comment, share, all that stuff. And we'll see y'all next video. Thanks everybody for watching.